This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 930 Via Alondra, Camarillo, California, 93012. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 4-inch ABS waste line located just underneath the kitchen in the front office area. This is our 4-inch cast iron waste line cleanout located underneath the sink. This goes towards our front door here, and this goes towards the opposite end of the office there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and zero out our camera here, right at the edge of our opening. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and push out, and again, to attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, possibly get up towards the front of the property and locate a mainline sewer cleanout at the front of the property. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. It does appear to be cast iron waste line. We did have a little bit of a difficult time getting into the cast iron waste line. We tried a couple different areas to get into. Some of the cleanouts were buried in the drywall. We did locate this one underneath the kitchen sink, so we were able to get in there. We're going to push out slowly. Got a tie in there. We're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. We're going to go ahead and pull back just a little bit. I just want to pull back. I did notice as we pushed out, it did appear that we did have a drop. And so as we pull back, we just want to locate this area. Got a little tie in there, another tie in there. Again, we'll just continue to pull back a little bit. Cast iron waste line does have quite a bit of buildup and scaling. And as you can see right there, push in just a little bit. You can see right, one more. There, we do have a drop. What we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it's just in the center of our bathrooms. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back. What we're going to do is we're going to pull back, and we're going to tie a piece of twine on our camera head and see if we can get it to drop down and possibly make that turn, and we can get out towards the front of our property. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back from here. Pull out, and we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to go ahead and zero out here. And then again, what we did was we did place some twine on our line just to help us push and hopefully push our head down and drop down, and we can possibly push out. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here for a moment. Okay, we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to have to locate this area. Unfortunately, we're pushing through a 4-inch cast iron waistline. It did make a 90-degree turn dropping down. We were able to make that turn. We did apply some twine to our camera head, and we were able to push out and get past that point. But again, it does appear to make another turn here, and so we're getting bound up in this area here. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and pushed out, and again, we're unable to make it past this point. We did put some twine on our line. We got down a little bit, a 90-degree turn. We're able to make the drop, but again, it does appear that it makes another drop, and we're unable to make that. So we did look around a little bit more. We noticed that the floor was saw cut, and we followed the saw cut. We were able to find a brass cover, and underneath the cover there was a 2-inch ABS waistline clean out underneath that cover. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back, we're going to relocate our camera, and we're going to attempt to push out from that point. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and you can see the cast iron waistline does have some buildup, some debris. So again, we're just going to go ahead and pull back. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Again, you can see a little bit of twine there at the end of our camera. So again, continue to pull back. And we're going to come up and out of our 4-inch cast iron waistline clean out located underneath the sink. We're going to come up and out of that area. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to relocate ourselves. We're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to appears to be a 2-inch cast iron waistline clean out located in the floor. We're going to clean our camera lens a little bit. We've got a little bit of debris on our camera lens. And that goes towards the front lobby area. And this goes towards the rear of the property here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we relocated ourselves to a 2-inch, what appears to be a 2-inch cast iron waistline clean out. And again, we are located in the walk path, and right next to the stairs that are going up towards the loft area above the bathrooms. So again, we're just going to go ahead and push out. Again, we're just going to attempt to push out and get past this point and possibly get out towards our, making a little bit of a turn. We're going to pause our mic here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and put a little bit of twine on the tip of our camera head again and just was able to make that turn. But again, as you can see in this clean out here, it does have quite a bit of debris buildup going down. Makes it very difficult to push out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to switch over to another micro cam and see if we can put a smaller camera through here and possibly push out about 60, 70 feet and get out towards the side of the property. This area here was saw cutted. They did saw cut a section of concrete here, and we followed the path, and it comes out on the left-hand side. If you're facing the front door, it comes out on the left-hand side of the building. So again, but we're just attempting to push through, and that cast iron waistline just has a lot of buildup, a lot of debris in it, which is making it very difficult to push through. No accessibility for any water, no water's flushing through there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch over and try to run a micro cam. So we're going to pause here. Okay, again, we switched cameras. We do have a micro cam now, which is a very small camera, very fragile camera. But again, we're just going to attempt to use this to possibly push out and get into our waistline here. Again, it's a little bit easier, very small camera, but we have to be very delicate with it. Push very slowly. And again, we're just going to continue to push out. Determine which direction we're actually running in. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. So again, we did switch over to our micro cam, and again, we are pushing out. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here, and we're going to push out possibly this area here. We're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. So again, as you can see, we are in what appears to be cast iron waistline. But again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. I'm going to switch cameras. We did run water. We possibly got a lot of the debris and a little bit of that scaling pushed out. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch cameras and try to push a mini cam through and see if we can make it out and possibly identify which direction our waistline is running that ties into the sewer. Right now we're having a little bit of a difficult time locating it, just for the fact that this place is full of boxes. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Okay, we're going to pull up and out of the clean out. And again, we're just going to pause here for a moment and we're going to switch cameras. Okay, again, we switch cameras. So again, we're going to go ahead and attempt to push out here and possibly get past this area here. We were able to get some of this debris kind of moved out of the way with the micro cam. So now we switched over to a mini cam, and now we're just going to push out as fast as we can to try to get out and possibly get all the way out and as far as we can. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here for a moment. What we'll do is we'll push out to approximately 30 to 40 feet on our camera monitor, then we'll pause for a moment and we'll locate that area. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to pause here and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. So we are pushing out towards the front of the property. What we're going to do is we're going to push out about another 15 to 20 feet. We'll get out to approximately 60 feet on our camera monitor. Then what we'll do is we'll pause and locate that area. And find an area at the front of the building where we're possibly mainline sewer clean out. I'm going to keep pushing out. And just keep pushing out. It does appear that we're transitioning to what appears to be vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back just a little bit. We'll shut our water down for a moment, let some of the water run down, and then we're going to pull back and possibly locate a mainline sewer clean out here. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, water had ran down, so we're going to pull back slowly and just possibly see if we can locate an area here. What we're going to do is just push in a little bit, and we're just going to pause right here for a moment. We're going to locate this area, so we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we did mark it with an orange flag at 5 foot 11 inches deep, just to the left of the front door in the planter area, just behind a large tree. So again, we are transitioning to what appears to be vitreous clay. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to push out as far as we can through this point, and we'll just attempt to reach our city sewer tie-in. As we continue to push out, it does appear that we do have some root intrusion. Again, we're just going to attempt to continue to push out and get past this point. I'll pause our mic here for a moment and run a little bit of water. So again, as I mentioned, we did turn on some water in the bathroom to help us run a little bit of water to help us push out and possibly get past this point. So we're just going to wait for a moment, let the water to catch up, and we'll just pause our mic here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we did mark it with the red crayon in the parking lot at 6 foot 2 inches deep. What we're going to do is we're going to pause our mic here for a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to shut all our water down. And unfortunately, we weren't able to push past this point due to the amount of turns and the size of the cleanout that we're going through. So we did run through approximately 1.5 to 2 inch cast iron waistline cleanout located in the warehouse area. And we pushed out, and we did push out to the front of our property where we located a transition to vitreous clay sewer pipe just out to the front. We did mark that with an orange flag. And as we pushed out a little bit further, we did have root intrusion. So it is a little difficult to push out any further from this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut all our water down, and we're going to pull back. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and again shut all our water down. So now we're just going to pull back slowly, and again take a good look as we pull back. And again, as I mentioned, we weren't able to push past this point, and just due to the overall length and that we are running through a 2-inch cast iron waistline. And so we did make quite a bit of turns. We did run some water, but we were able to locate where the sewer exits the property and which direction the actual sewer is running in. So again, we'll just make a little bit of a turn and continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of standing water in this area, but again, nothing major. A little bit of an offset in that joint there, as you can see, from about the 3 o'clock going around down to about the 9 o'clock area. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And continue to pull back. That joint appears to be in fair condition. We'll make a little bit of a turn. You can see there at the bottom we do have a little bit of roots dangling there at the bottom. And very difficult to tell, but it does appear there's possibly a crack right around the 8 o'clock area going up to about the 9 o'clock area. But again, very difficult to tell in that joint. And as we continue to pull back, you can see we do have fairly large root intrusion in this area. So we're able to push past this point. Again, we just continue to pull back. You can see fairly large root intrusion. And that's just right at the front of the property. We do have a large tree sitting at the front of the property. And those are possibly the roots coming in from that large tree. So again, we continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we're going to transition back into our cast iron waistline in this area here. And we did mark this area at 5 foot 1 inches deep, again, just to the left of the front door in the plant area, just behind the tree. So we did mark that area with an orange flag. So again, we're holding a little bit of water in the cast iron waistline. The cast iron waistline did appear to have quite a bit of buildup and scaling throughout. And again, it was made it very difficult to push out initially. We were able to get some of that debris pushed out with our micro cam. Ran a little bit of water, and we also dumped some water down in to the clean out, and we were able to get past that point and get a little bit of debris washed out. So again, as I mentioned, the cast iron waistline does appear to have some debris, some scaling. We would recommend possibly putting a mainline sewer clean out at the front of the property, installing a two-way mainline sewer clean out at the front of the property, and re-inspect all the way out to the city sewer tie-in. So again, just continue to pull back. Make a little bit of a turn, coming back towards our clean out. You can see quite a bit of buildup in this area. make a little bit turn, pull up and out of our cleanout, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection